we're streaming. Go, go, go.
Welcome out to the UTRGV Fieldhouse. Alongside Brian Smith, I'm Jonah Goldberg as we get ready for the start of the home opener, the long-awaited home opener for the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley volleyball team. They take on Prairie View A&M. And Brian, it's been a long time coming for UTRGV. They started the season with 13 straight road matches, but you know what? They came through that pretty good.
A trial by fire, 8-5 record coming in tonight, and in fact, probably the strongest start to a season that this program has ever had as far as level of competition. Wins at Baylor, first time they've beaten Baylor. Win at Tulane, first time the program's beaten Tulane. Win at Stephen F. Austin, the first time the program has beaten Stephen F. Austin.
You know, 4 2-1 tournaments. A first place finish in a tournament, 3 second place finishes. They beat the tournament host 3 different times. That is an amazing start because, you know, like you said, it's not their best 13 match start just looking at the record. As UTRGV, this is their 4th best, which is still nothing to sneeze at. But the teams that they've beaten, I mean, obviously the Baylor game is the one everybody's going to look at. But whether it's the teams they beat or even some of the teams that they came up a little short against. You think about the Texas Tech match. They lost the second and third sets 25-27. I mean, I know the final score says 0-3, but UTRGV had a chance to win almost every single match they played this year.
Which the guy Coach Lowry wanted to talk about coming in, that this team played very well, and even in the matches they lost, they were very competitive.
And, you know, he talks about it in practice the other day, getting ready to flip the switch a little. You know, you got one more match in the WAC season. You got trying to figure out what to do to win those close matches. Because like Coach Lowry was telling his team yesterday, they really haven't been blown out of very many sets. You know, they've played really well. And a lot of that has to do with the newcomers. Let's start with Ragni Steen Knudsen. Oh my goodness. 10 double-doubles this season. That's more than anybody on the team had all of last year.
Lest we forget that Bojana Mitrovic was nearly WAC Player of the Year last year with
Should
7
have been
double-doubles.
WAC Player of the Year, I might add.
And yet here a sophomore comes in, played NAIA last year, again instilling that Coach Lowry can find really talented NAIA players that can come in and have an immediate impact.
Knudsen, with their 10 double-doubles in 13 matches, by way of comparison, Bojana Mitrovic had 7 double-doubles to lead UTRGV. Last year, Knudsen has been on 3 all-tournament teams, and she is deserving of every accolade that she gets, having an amazing season on the outside. And that's been good because Mitrovic has been limited a little bit in the early going. Watson was limited a little earlier in the season, you know, trying to get everybody healthy at the start of WAC play. But another key newcomer so far this year, speaking of all-tournament accolades, Barbara Silva in the middle. My goodness, she's good.
The freshman middle blocker leading the team in blocks. And what's really surprising is she has 52 block assists, which tells you that as a freshman, she already understands defensive alignment and is able to position herself to help her teammate. Those block assists are probably the most valuable statistic you can have as a teammate.
3 8-block matches this season. Get herself in the record books 3 times already. She's done a great job. You think about, you know, Alexandra Ecker last year came onto the scene as a great freshman middle blocker. Now you got the 2 of them controlling the middle with Watson, Knudsen, and Mitrovic trolling on the outside. There's so much talent on that front row. The back row has looked really good too. Fatimata da Costa's picked up right where she left off at the libero spot, and Tina Sekulic has come back with some fury setting up for UTRGV.
And that's exactly what UTRGV needs. They have balance on the outside, they have balance in the middle, and when you can add a quality libero and a leading setter to that mix, that's a very difficult thing to compete with.
And of course, when Sekulic, on the rare occasion that she's having an
Kristen Augustine. Right side hitter, outside hitter, number 4, Randy Hunter. Right side hitter, setter, number 9, McKinley Franklin. Middle blocker, 14, Messina Tapavalu. Outside hitter, number 15, Taylor Godot. Outside hitter, number 16, Larissa Martinez. Defensive specialist, number 17, Summer Gonzalez. The Panthers are coached by Lauren Hamrick and Will Jefferson. Ladies and gentlemen, Prairie View A&M Panthers.
Yeah, we had a good start. You know, I think it finally started getting to us a little bit last weekend. Definitely healthy and you know, cleaning up some of the things that played for last year, and we like what she's doing so far running the offense.
How excited are you to finally be back home?
I think that's the big thing. We're excited to be here. Hopefully a great crowd tonight, and overall just happy to not be on the road this weekend.
Finally, round 2 against Prairie View A&M. What do you know about them?
You know, they had some kids that were out early on when they played them, so we expect them to have a little bit better showing tonight. Definitely a little bit more size than they threw at us at Baylor. So we're looking for an exciting match tonight.
Coach, thanks a lot and good luck. UTRGV head coach Todd Lowry, that'll do the UTRGV pregame. We'll take a time out. Coming up next, we'll have your starting lineups and opening serve. You're watching UTRGV Volleyball.
Welcome back out to the UTRGV Fieldhouse with Brian Smith. I'm Jonah Goldberg as we get ready for the start of the home opener between University of Texas Rio Grande Valley and Prairie View A&M. They're introducing the starting lineups as we speak, so we will do the same. We'll start with visiting Prairie View A&M. Starting at the outside hitter position, 6-foot sophomore flexer, number 4, Randy Hunter. A 5'10" freshman out of San Antonio, number 16, Larissa Martinez. And a 6'1" junior out of Clear Lake, number 15, Taylor Godot. In the middle, a 6'1" freshman out of Austin, number 14, Messina Tapavalu. And defensive specialist, the 5'2" freshman out of San Antonio, number 17, Summer Gonzalez. The setter, the 5'10" sophomore out of Seguin, number 9, Michaela Franklin. And the libero, 5'5" sophomore out of Humboldt, number 1, Christian Augustine. Prairie View is coached by Lauren Hamrick and Will Jefferson this evening, and they come in with a record of 1-8. As for those hosts, UTRGV, no surprises in their starting lineup. And starting on the outside, a 5'9" sophomore out of Myrene, Norway, number 1, Ragni Steen Knudsen, and a 5'9" senior out of Round Rock, captain of UTRGV, captain last year of UTRGV, number 2, Alicia Watson. A 5'11" sophomore out of Novo Hamburgo, Rio Grande do Sul, Brazil, number 7, Barbara Cook. In the middle, 5'10" sophomore out of Rotes, Texas, co-captain of UTRGV, number 3, Alexandra Ecker. A 5'11" freshman out of Campinas, Sao Paulo, Brazil, number number 12, Barbara Silva. The setter, a 5'9 junior out of Uzik, Serbia, number 18 at Sekulic, and at libero, a 5'10 senior out of Dakar, Senegal, number 6, Otamata da Costa. Head coach of UTRGV in his second season is Todd Lowry, assisted by Gun UTRGV. Enters this match with a record of 8-5, coming off of a 2-1 Owls Classic. Ryan, your keys to the game.
UTRGV has 3 players who are averaging about 3 kills per set, led by the sophomore, Rasmus Steve Knudsen. They'll look to keep that offense going hard. Defensively speaking, UTRGV really wants to take advantage of their block party, led by freshman Barbara Silva. 3 girls leading the team in blocks, with at least 1 per game. And then for Prairie View A&M, they want to rely heavily on that freshman outside hitter, Marissa Martinez, who's coming off of back-to-back matches with double-digit kills. And in her 3rd match, previously to this one, she came just 1 kill short of a double-double.
The officials for today's game: first referee Debbie Anika, second referee Gloria Cox. Tina Sekulic is back to serve for the opening serve of the home opener in front of a strong crowd at UTRGV. And at 7:05 p.m. we're underway with the first serve by Sekulic. Ball back over and it drops in. Prairie View A&M strikes first, and they've got a 1-0 lead. UTRGV in the white uniforms. They're on the right side of the court, libero in gray. Prairie View A&M in the black uniforms. On the left side of the court, with libero in yellow. Marina Martinez in for Prairie View A&M, and serving immediately, and a kill by Knudsen down the line. UTRGV ties the set up.
That's what UTRGV looks for from Knudsen. They're leader in kills so far. We talked in the pregame about everything she's done with double-doubles, and she will continue to be the motor that fuels this UTRGV offense.
Knudsen back to serve, gets airborne. First hit by Martinez, comes to the left, there's the attack that's blocked. Larissa Martinez at that attack, Krug gets it over. Fought up in the air and getting it over for Prairie View, Summer Gonzalez. She keeps it in to put Prairie View back on top. Number 7, Callie Jordan Hench in for Summer Gonzalez for Prairie View A&M. Alexandra Ecker knocks it over for UTRGV. There's the attack, and Knudsen gets it up. Now it's Watson on the attack. Saved in the air by Augustine. Now to the left side. The attack comes down by Godot, but it goes out, and UTRGV ties it at 2. You know, one thing that I'm seeing very early, make that a point for Panthers 3-1. You know, one thing we're seeing early is a lot of 2 quick substitutions for Prairie View A&M. You may not see one for UTRGV. They've had a few matches this year when they haven't. They've really shorn that rotation outside of the libero, because, you know, that's the automatic. But beyond that, you know, you get 15 substitutions in a set, but UTRGV at times has used 0. Flat-footed serve by Franklin. A setup by Sekulic. The attack from Krug, blocked and down. Prairie View A&M is out to a 5-1 lead.
Seems like UTRGV is just a little hesitant on the attack. It's still that set from Sekulic. She lays it up perfectly at the net. The attack was just a half-second late. It reached directly into the block.
Well, that serve goes into the net. And UTRGV back on the board. Silva in for Da Costa on the libero substitution as Ecker goes back to serve. Little jump float, gets it short. Augustine on her knees, gets it over, and now the attack goes long. UTRGV within 2.
But to your point about UTRGV being a little bit slow to sub players in, it really shows that Coach Lowry is set on his rotation. He's got a good rotation. He likes what he sees. A couple of players that can go 5 spots, which is really helpful.
Blocked by Silva and Watson, kept alive by Prairie View A&M. Another block, this time Krug and Silva get it down. UTRGV within 1.
Serving for UTRGV, number 3, Alexandra Ecker.
Well, the other thing is, Coach Lowry's talked at length about wanting to have players who can play 6 rotations. He's got them. Ecker serves it into the net. It's 6-4. favor of Prairie View A&M.
And something you notice with UTRGV that you don't necessarily see on all collegiate volleyball teams is there's a similarity in height among all 6 players in rotation, which really does a lot when you have to rotate forward.
Knudsen, Sekulic, Watson with the tapper. Kept up by Hench. A little collision in the back row. Prairie View A&M forces it over, and Silva slams it down.
And that is exactly what UTRG's offense wants to look like. Sekulic lays it right up against the net, and Silva comes in with that strong right hand and powers it right into the defense's teeth.
Augustine forced to take on a back row attack by Costa. Krug fires, got it! Ties the set at 6. Watson back to serve for UTRGV. Augustine forward, attack from the outside. That was Martinez. Tapped over by Sekulic, kept alive by Prairie View A&M. Watson, Sekulic, there's Silva. Augustine gets it forward to the front row. Tapped over and out. UTRGV takes its first lead of the day.
Serving for UTRGV, number 2.
A bit of a slow start for UTRGV, but they have come back in full force. Remember, they were down 5-1 at one point, and they've now gone on a 6-1 run to pull back ahead of this one.
Watson back to serve. Serves it out.
Now entering for the Panthers, number 15, Kayla Vidal, number 20, Marina Martinez.
Vidal in for Martinez for Prairie View A&M. From the back row, it's Knudsen. There's a block by Silva and Sekulic. It's kept alive. Sekulic again, and this time it goes out off of her. Prairie View A&M back on top, 8-7.
Number 16, Marisa Martinez.
Lisa Martinez serving. Sekulic. Krug. Got it. UTRGV ties the set at 8.
Serving for UTRGV is number 7, Barbara Baez.
Krug back to serve. That one dumped in.
Now entering for the Panthers, number 17, Summer Gonzalez, for number 7, Callie Jordan Hench. Serving for number 17, Summer Gonzalez.
9-8 our score in favor of Prairie View A&M. Attack from Knudsen goes down. UTRGV ties the set at 9.
Number 3, for number 12, Barbara Silva. Number 6, Fatima Mota.
Panthers back on top.
That's been the trial for UTRGV in this one so far. Those second set returns really catching the defense off guard. UTRGV is trying to find their feet.
Sekulic. Watson on the attack. Kept alive by Prairie View A&M. Over the block, Watson on the first hit. Sekulic sets it up to the left. Knudsen from the outside. Attack comes from the left. Godot into the net. UTRGV ties the set at 10.
Now serving for UTRGV, number 8, Tina Sekulic.
Sekulic. Ecker. Oh! UTRGV back on top. It's 11-10.
Ecker showing some grit there. That's exactly what UTRGV's offense needs right about now.
Krug. Sekulic. Ecker. Got it. UTRGV getting a little bit of a run here. It's 12-10. Acosta, Sekulic, Watson, got it!
And the more UTRGV can attack with definity, just like you saw there from Watson, the better it'll help their offense because it'll cause Prairie View A&M to second guess some of those second touches.
Punched over by Hunter. And it's a 2-point set.
Because when you attack definitively, like you saw a couple sets ago there from UTRGV, it really makes you as a defense question whether you can take that second touch and push it over in a hurry because you want to get a good attack for yourself and not lay it up.
Sekulic for Knudsen. Got it! It's the first time seeing Knudsen in person, and it's been a pleasure. 3 kills on 5 attacks.
It's a pretty consistent average.
Now back to serve. Serves it out.
Now entering for the Panthers, number 7, Callie Jordan Henson, number 17, Summer Gonzalez. Serving, number 9, Miss Franklin.
Franklin serving. Sekulic for Ecker. Augustine does a nice job of keeping it alive. Flung over by Martinez. Watson on the attack. That's not coming back. UTRGV goes up 15-12. We're up against the immediate timeout, so we'll step aside. UTRGV by 3. You're watching UTRGV volleyball.
No, I didn't make that purchase. Someone must have my card number. So I can pick up a new debit card right now? Thank you. All right, everyone, follow me.
Coach, the gym is that way.
Okay, everyone, do some squats.
Come on. This may take a while. Here's your card.
Thank you.
Instant issue debit cards. Security, convenience, together.
Well, that was fast.
Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
Where next? The dentist?
Back at the UTRGV Fieldhouse, alongside Brian Smith, I'm Jonah Goldberg, 15-12, UTRGV with the lead. Over Prairie View A&M. Sekulic, back row, Knudsen, that one sent right back over. Third hit, Krug, Augustine. Attack on the left, block from Silva and Watson. This one's not coming back. UTRGV by 4.
UTRGV's defense has really settled in. And that's something really special to see because this is a team that when it defensively is playing well, the offense feeds off of it, and it is a dangerous, dangerous thing. As we've seen UTRGV coming all the way back to take this lead.
Prairie View gets that one. Make it 16-13.
It seems to be UTRGV's Achilles heel this entire match thus far. Those soft little second touches or the soft little attacks that you drop right in front of them, they really aren't quite ready for them.
Watson,
But they're ready for that.
when she unloads that left arm, there is no force on earth that can stop it. Watson with the jump float, and that is actually a return. For a second, it looked like we might have an ace. But nice job by Prairie View A&M to keep it alive before UTRGV comes up with another point. Krug with the kill there. And Prairie View A&M is going to call for a timeout.
The first major institution of the 21st century, the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, or UTRGV, is in its first year of existence after being formed from legacy institutions UT Pan American and UT Brownsville. The creation of UTRGV is a transformative one as it gives these campuses access to permanent university funding for the first time, which is allowing for the creation of new buildings, a medical school that holds the first class in just 8 days. So actually that happened a couple months back. For more information on UTRGV, you can visit utrgv.edu. Want to help prepare student athletes for excellence in life? Then it's time to become a part of something bigger and support V-Nation by joining a V Club. You become a member of the V Club for just $100 a year. All the proceeds go directly to athletic scholarships. So visit goutrgv.com today to see how you can make a meaningful impact on the lives of student athletes.
I made my V Club donation first thing on the morning of September 1st when our new fiscal year started. So if you haven't made one since September 1st, it's renewal time. If you have, thank you very much for your support. Ryan, have you made yours yet?
I did make one about 2 weeks ago.
How important?
Yeah, no. Late to the game.
I was telling our dynamic development assistant AD, the one and only Blake Day, that I very much wanted to be the first owner of the year. I considered camping outside his office. Instead, I just went on to the website at 8 a.m. on September 1st. And if I'm first, great.
If not, you're very close.
Yeah. So I should have done stayed up all night like an iPhone so I could pre-order and stay up 12:01 a.m.
Done. There's a lot of exciting things going on at UTRGV, and it's something we all want to be a part of if we have the opportunity.
Sekulic sets it up, Krug, blocked backward and out, so UTRGV gets the point.
Now serving for UTRGV, number 7.
Well, you see the excitement that permeates to athletics. We've got a huge crowd here at the field house today. Seats are filling up fast. One heads out.
I have to say that's been a hallmark of this institution, though. Great turnout at the athletic sporting events. Just about every event you go to, there's a strong and a raucous crowd.
Sekulic, Silva with a little tapper and she knocks it down. You know, Bowyer Silver's got so much strength in that arm. You're not looking for the soft touch. It's the first one of the day, but it certainly worked out nicely. Sekulic sets it up into the net. Papavalu to serve. Serves it out. UTRGV gets the point.
A&M just getting their substantial middle blocker Godot back for this. It's just our second match, really. And as the coach talked about coming into this one, they've been waiting for Godot all season. They really think she brings something inspirational to this defense.
Well, folks, we're just informed of an audio issue where apparently it sounded like we were reverberating on the air. I just turned a few knobs. I can't feel the reverberation in my headset, but if it has worked and we are no longer reverberating, leave a comment on the YouTube page and let us know that you can actually understand the words that are coming out of our mouths.
Just a flick of the switch.
We apologize for any inconvenience this has caused. 23-16 UTRGV trying to close out the set, and now they're 1 point away. Watson and Ecker combining on the block.
Now entering for the Panthers, number 20,
point goes to Prairie View instead.
Serving for the Panthers, number 20, Marina Martinez.
So 6-point set, DaCosta, Sekulic, Ecker. Sekulic, Watson through the block, kept up by Prairie View. Ecker tried to finish, but hit off her fingertips and comes back out toward us. Knudsen knocks it over, and it's set point for UTRGV.
Number 1, Rodney Steen-Lutzman.
Knudsen serving. Augustine. Now over for Martinez. Acosta for Krug. Augustine steps up with the first hit. Set up by Franklin. The attack on the outside goes out, and UTRGV takes the set, 25-18. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have your first set stats. You're watching UTRGV Volleyball.
No, I didn't make that purchase. Someone must have my card number. So I can pick up a new debit card right now? Thank you. All right, everyone, follow me.
Coach, the gym is that way.
Okay, everyone, do some squats.
Come on. This may take a while. Here's your card.
Thank you.
Instant issue debit cards. Security, convenience, together.
Well, that was fast.
Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
Where next? The dentist?
We will ask new questions. We will find innovative answers. We will connect science with research, providing solutions, improving lives. We will look at more than words and numbers, learning beyond the classroom, exploring new worlds. We will inspire and challenge you, creating opportunity, and building tomorrow together. The University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, a new university for the 21st century.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to winning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
Our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
we compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities.
And believe that we can inspire others, just as they have inspired us. We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose. We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
The Western
Back we are at the UTRGV Fieldhouse alongside Brian Smith. I'm Jonah Goldberg. At the end of one set of play, UTRGV has a 1-0 lead after taking the first set 25-18. Take a look at some of the first set numbers. Prairie View A&M led by Larissa Martinez, 3 kills on 222 hitting. 2 kills each for Goodell and Hunter, and 1 each for Franklin, Gonzalez, and Hench. 7 assists for Franklin, 6 digs for Augustine, and a block each for Hench and Hunter. As a team, Prairie View A&M hitting .054. UTRGV is hitting .343 after getting 4 kills on .444 hitting from Ragni Steen Knudsen, 4 kills on .375 hitting from Barbara Krug, 2 kills and 3 attacks from Barbara Silva, who also has a block. Krug is the other. 3 kills, Alicia Watson, 2 from Alexandra Ecker. 14 assists for Tina Sekulic, 9 digs for Fatimata DaCosta. Pretty good first set for UTRGV, Brian.
A great set for UTRGV, and we're seeing now exactly what UTRGV wants to do with its offense. Had kind of a slow start, let the offense and the defense for Prairie View A&M really control the pace for the first 10 or 15 points. But once UTRGV got going, it was a thing of beauty. And now we're going to see exactly how they can open this second set to maintain that momentum.
Teams back on the court. Switching sides, UTRGV on the left in the white uniforms, Prairie View A&M on the right in black.
be a member of the posse at UTRGV Pep Band. Now serving number 14, Afsina Tapavalu.
Prairie View A&M set to serve with Afsina Tapavalu. Da Costa. That was Dubravka Vakoya on the set as they changed setters. Does UTRGV here in the second set. UTRGV starting Watson, Ecker, Knudsen, Krug, Vakoya, and Da Costa. Prairie View A&M, Hunter, Franklin, Godot, Martinez, Gonzalez, Tapavalu, and Augustine at libero. Augustine on the first pass there. Attack from the right was Godot. Set up for Krug. Well, they're back to the net. Hunter and Watson unloads. Who needs Sherlock when you have Watson?
Elementary. It's kind of scary what UTRGV has in their attack. You've got Watson. We haven't seen her yet, but you have Mitrovic. We know what she can do to a ball. And then Knudsen coming on strong as well. That's a scary threesome.
Down the line and out on the serve from Knudsen. It's a 2-1 set.
Taylor Godot serving for the Panthers, number 20, Marina Martinez.
Krug, Koya, now Ecker pushes it forward. Augustine on the first hit. Set up by Gonzalez. Now the back row attack from Martinez. Krug blocked to the net and then like a second hit from Hunter. UTRGV's lead out to 2.
Martinez is on the back line for Prairie View A&M right now. Might look familiar to a lot of RGV fans. She is from Donna, played for the Donna Redskins, was the 2014 35A Player of the Year.
The ball is out. UTRGV's lead is 3. Block from Silva and Watson, kept alive by Prairie View A&M. UTRGV gets out of that 4 hits.
Just 4 hits.
Now Ecker back to serve for UTRGV. Blocked by Silva. Forward for Franklin. Punched up by Knudsen. Vakoya just tosses it over and down goes the ball.
Little taste of their own medicine there with the second touch pass.
6-1 UTRGV in the second set. Ecker. Attack is blocked. Another opportunity. This one from Larissa Martinez goes out. UTRGV's lead is 6. The Prairie View A&M calls for timeout. Becomes our media timeout, so we'll step aside. 7-1 UTRGV. You're watching UTRGV volleyball.
Coca-Cola, the Double Cream Sweets, Ember, EBC, La Quinta, and Sweets. DDK Architects and Euro Bank, they're all official sponsors of UTRGV Athletics.
Back we are at the UTRGV Fieldhouse alongside Brian Smith. I'm Jonah Goldberg. 7-1 UTRGV out to a great start against Prairie View A&M. As the Panthers serve up an ace to get on the board.
That's the fourth time Prairie View's been whistled for being in the net. They'll have to watch that, especially the middle blockers. You get up against trying to do everything you can to break up that attack, especially knowing how hard UTRGV is on the attack. But sometimes you get a little too close, get that body in the net, and that ruins any chance you had of stopping the attack.
UTRGV.
9-2 UTRGV. Out to a great start in the second set as Watson back to serve. Attack gets through the block. Watson, Silva, now Krug with a little floater. Kept up by the Panthers. Attack from the right side. Bakoya. Oh, ho, ho, Barbara Silva! 10-2 UTRGV.
The libero Christian Augustine just then turned to Larissa Martinez and said, I couldn't get under it. That attack was so hard and so direct, she couldn't even get her hands under it.
Watson. Krug is rejected at the net. Leads to a fourth hit as the ball came right off the net. Was never actually touched for Prairie View A&M, so 10-3.
Number 1, Kristen Augustine.
Ball served out, and UTRGV's lead is 8.
Now serving for UTRGV, number 7.
This is actually reminiscent of the last time UTRGV and Prairie View A&M played together. That second set ended 25-7 for UTRGV, and it began much like this. UTRGV jumps to a very heavy lead and then rides that offensive attack all the way.
Well, a little struggle on the pass there. UTRGV now quadrupling up Prairie View A&M in this second set. Boy, after a really tight first set, we weren't sure what kind of match we were going to see. And UTRGV said, no. Well, the adjustments, I'll tell you. Bakoya with the block there.
Just getting warmed up.
UTRGV by 10.
And this is when UTRGV can really take advantage. You'll notice Godot is not on the floor. Prairie View A&M's defense really falls apart while they're waiting for Godot to reach the floor when she comes out of her rotation. So this is the exact time UTRGV wants to take advantage.
As Krug serves it out. And speaking of Godot, there she comes. That's what they needed. I mean, if the serve doesn't change hands, you're not going to get your opportunity.
Godot is their 6'2 middle blocker, outside hitter combination.
Bakoya sets up Knudsen. Augustine gets it forward. She's done a nice job back there today. Ho! Silva sends it home!
That was perfectly timed by Silva. She was right there as the attack came to her, and all she had to do was just bat it down.
Augustine can't get it over. That would have been some kind of hit.
Oh, you are not kidding. But what kept that alive, again, Godot comes out of position and comes back to get that because that was a really hard return to make.
Junior college transfer from Hill College. Franklin stuffed. Ecker and Bakoya on that one. And it's 16-4. And Prairie View A&M is going to use its final timeout of the set. We'll keep it here.
Want to show your support for UTRGV in style? Then log on to UTRGVgear.com today to choose a wide variety of clothing for adults and children, including infants and toddlers. You can even get something for your pet. Or how about some drinkware, a watch, or a duffel bag? It's all there and so much more. Now through October 5th, you can save 10% on all phone skins. You're already on your computer, so open up a new browser window and log on to utrgbgear.com to get your UTRGV gear right now.
Oh, I know. I love to go on there and peruse all the time. I've bought a few things. You know, if you're a V Club member, you get 10% off.
You do.
Have you gotten your letter in the mail yet?
I have not gotten it in the mail yet.
I got mine. I guess I'm just special.
You're way ahead of me, too.
That's true. You get the 10% off. You get your 2 bumper stickers. Or I think there may be either window or bumper stickers. Yeah, car stickers. Let's call them that. You know the best part about being part of the V Club? All the money goes directly to student-athlete scholarships. I love it. And the second best part is getting 10% off at utrgbgear.com.
And special event emails. You'll get emails letting you know about special events on campus, opportunities to see the teams in action. It's really a great opportunity for everyone to not only help student-athletes, but to become that much more close with this athletics program.
Out of the timeout, Acosta. Augustine. Over from Hench. Okoye sets it up, and there's the attack from Ecker. A nice pancake, but too many hits. 17-4.
Now, don't let this score fool you about A&M or Prairie View A&M. They're not a bad program at all. Their 1-8 record's not indicative of how good they are. They had a very slow start last season and then ended on a 9-4 run, winning 9 of their last 13 to get themselves into contention going into their conference tournament.
Serving number 17, Summer Gonzalez.
UTRGV's put up some sets like this year. That one heads out. And you just think of their most recent against, or when was it? It was last Friday against Abilene Christian, 15-3 in the 5th set, which is just, I mean, you got to a 5th set, and you know the first 4 sets are tight, and then all of a sudden you just say, "Now this is our match." That was impressive. Prairie View gets back-to-back points for the first time in this set. Now, of course, that's a 5th set. It only goes to 15. But if we go a little further back to September 3rd against Bethune-Cookman, a 25-8 first set victory.
And as we talked about earlier, they had a 25-7 set against Prairie View last time they played in August.
So I've been looking, yeah. For some reason in my mind, I had them as holding them to somebody to 6, but I guess that was actually 2 years back. Well, now Prairie View's back at 7, so we don't have to worry about dusting off the record book again. Block from Dempsey and Ecker. UTRGV's lead is 12, making Dempsey into the match. It's her first appearance of the season. Good to see her on the home court.
And she was a big part of UTRGV's success last year, coming off the bench and giving them some really quality minutes.
Little tapper. And Franklin can't get it over. It's 27. You know, they had that orange and gray scrimmage for the start of the season here at home, and Dempsey had something like 20 kills. She was redunculous in that match. And Coach Lowry has really raved about the job that she's done, not just on the court, but off the court, becoming a leader. You know, she doesn't have the C, but you don't need the C to be a leader. Godot slams it down. You know, the C is important, the captaincy, don't get me wrong. But leadership is more than a title.
Well, and Dempsey said when she came to UTRGV that this was a chance for Dempsey to have some redemption because she played 2 seasons prior to coming here and didn't get much playing time in either of those. But transferring into UTRGV, I think from UNLV,
yes,
correct? Come to UTRGV, and she wanted to come somewhere where she could have a major impact, and she's had that thus far.
Fernanda Faustino making her first appearance of the season as well. She's a senior transfer at her 4th school in 4 years. But, you know, you might say, whoa, it's actually, if you know why, it makes sense, and we'll explain why, so it'll make sense. right after this play. Faustino up for the attack. It's blocked. DaCosta keeps it up. Bacoya feeds Faustino again. Got it! But it goes out. So Fernanda Faustino started her career at Northeast Junior College. Didn't really get a lot of playing time. So she decided to go to a different junior college where she could get some playing time so she could get looks from four-year school. She went to Eastern Florida State where she got a lot of playing time, played well, all-conference performer. UTRGV grabs that point. So she gets to a four-year school, Virginia Union University, NAIA school. She had a great season last year, almost 3 kills, 3.5 digs per set. And then a D1 school like UTRGV comes calling, so yeah, you're gonna answer that. So that's how you end up at 4 schools in 4 years. It's not, what's wrong. It's actually like, okay, it actually makes sense when you look at it and see where she was and where, the reasons why she was moving from school to school.
A natural progression of her career.
Yeah, exactly. Just moving up. Barbara Silva. In fact, we'll have a story on Fernanda Faustino on intermission in a few weeks. Today at intermission, we go behind the scenes at UTRGV volleyball. It's coming up in a couple minutes. Silva with another block. And UTRGV has set point. DaCosta, Bacoya, Faustino, Dempsey, Bacoya from the back row. Julia Motsuzuma. Prairie View A&M gets that one. So a number of UTRGV players making their career debuts today. That's 3 in this set alone. Another point for Prairie View A&M as they're not going quietly here in the second set.
That was actually an interesting attack error there by Silva. She was trying to cut the ball back in toward us, coming down the line, and just missed it slightly.
Faustino! UTRGV takes set 2, 25-12, and they now have a 2-0 lead in the match. So we're up against the intermission, which means it's time to take a look at the stats through 2 sets of play. And we'll start by taking a look at Prairie View A&M. Larissa Martinez leading the way with 5 kills, 3 for Godot, 2 each for Hunter and Franklin, who has 9 assists, 1 for Gonzalez and Hench, 11 digs for Augustine. Prairie View A&M hitting negative 045. UTRGV hitting 297. UTRGV led by Ragni Steenkenetsen, 6 kills, 3 digs, 2 blocks. Alicia Watson, 5 kills, 4 digs. Barbara Krug, 5 kills. Barbara Silva, 5 kills, 4 blocks. Alexandra Ecker, 3 kills, 1 block. 1 kill each. 1 kill for Dubravka Bacoya with 10 assists. 1 kill for Fernanda Faustino, 1 for Megan Dempsey. 14 assists for Tina Sekulic. 14 digs for Fatoumata DaCosta. A lot of numbers. I'll give you all the numbers, but the only ones that matter. 2-0, UTRGV leads Prairie View A&M at the intermission after taking the first set 25-18 and the second set 25-12. Let's step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll have that aforementioned behind-the-scenes look at UTRGV Volleyball. You're watching UTRGV Volleyball.
We will ask new questions. We will find innovative answers. We will connect science with research, providing solutions, improving lives. We will look at more than words and numbers, learning beyond the classroom, exploring new worlds. We will inspire and challenge you, creating opportunity. and building tomorrow together.
The University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, a new university for the 21st century.
No, I didn't make that purchase. Someone must have my card number. So I can pick up a new debit card right now? Thank you. All right, everyone, follow me.
Coach, the gym is that way.
Okay, everyone, do some squats.
Come on. This may take a while. Here's your card.
Thank you.
Instant issue debit cards. Security, convenience, together.
Well, that was fast.
Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
Where next? The dentist?
Back we are at the UTRGV Fieldhouse alongside Brian Smith. I'm Jonah Goldberg, UTRGV Volleyball with a 2-0 lead over Prairie View A&M. UTRGV started the season with 13 straight road matches, and UTRGV took advantage of practice time in order to turn that trip into one of the most productive in program history. Michael Aguilar has the story.
This is just general ball control, you know, getting the girls warmed up, loosening up their shoulders. This is something that we do every day. You know, we do the same kind of ball control ritual first 10, 15 minutes of practice. This is basically to get them warm more than anything else.
Right here. Be good here, right here. All in on 3, 2, 3. All in.
This drill here, it works on a couple things. Just allows our hitters to get comfortable passing the short serve, which we saw a little bit last weekend. Some teams started serving us short. We've used that strategy a lot early on in this year, and some people kind of used it against us last year, and maybe we should have practiced it a little bit more. And then also just some communication. Our servers have to go to a place on the floor, and then our hitters have to listen and try to attack to that zone on the court. Good. As soon as you see that softball, just tell her so you can step in and take that. You're in a better position. Everything was right. You read right. Just got to let her know you're there. You know, we try to get our second side to do a little bit of what we see on film, and I guess it all depends on where we are in our season as well. You know, preseason and when we get a little bit more time, like once we get into conference play and to prepare, we can do a little bit different things on Monday and Tuesday than what we do here, where we only 1 or 2 practices. We get a lot of 6-on when we're short on in the week, and then as a week, if we have a home week, we'll do a lot more of individual work, get some blocking work in, defense work in. So we got to kind of pick and choose what we want to focus on. You know, we always want to focus on our drills in practice. We want to make everything competitive. You know, we always want to have a winner and loser, because every time we suit up on Friday or Saturday, there's always a winner and a loser. So in just about every drill we do, we have a winner and a loser. And I think it creates competitive environment in the girls. It gets them used to playing under pressure, and they have a little bit of fun with it as well. Alex, even if you just touch that ball over, you know, like if you see it's coming right here and they have a chance and you just push the ball deep to 5, then we reset instead of us having to like actually fight or is it gonna come down? You know, just push it deep in that corner and we reset and go. You know the ones that are coming like fast. You know, we're trying to get our second side to emulate a little bit of what we see on film, and the big thing with us now is just settling into a rotation, and then we put restrictions on our first side For example, if the pass isn't within the box, then they can't score a point. So we try to restrict our first sight a little bit more to make them a little bit more mindful of things that they're doing instead of just getting to score easily. That was a 1 out of 10. That was nice. Just getting a little bit of conditioning in at the end of practice. Not much to it. Ready? Go. Anytime we do conditioning, we always want to kind of end with a little bit of pressure and try to test them when they're tired. You know, a lot of times we get in a routine and doing things when we're fresh and it's easy. So, you know, we make them do a little bit of running there and then a little bit of pressure to get out of the running and also to go out and serve when you're tired, and that happens a lot at the end of the match. You know, they've been going 2, 3, 4, 5 sets. You know, at the end of 2 hours, can they go back and serve the location on the court that we want them to, or can they go back and get that quality pass at the end of a set? We go into a game with a game plan, but the other team's doing the exact same thing we are. They're watching film, they're preparing for us, and it becomes a chess match. Who can adapt, who can make the changes, and that's one thing we really try to, especially with this group more so than the group last year, that we're trying to educate this group on, is making those changes right away within 1 or 2 points of us changing something on the court instead of giving up 4 or 5 more points and then adapting to what they're doing. So, you know, that's something that this group's getting better at, and as their volleyball IQ grows and they become more comfortable with each other, we hope to see that continue to improve throughout the year.
Good job. RGV on 3, 2, 3. RGV.
Back we are at the UTRGV Fieldhouse alongside Brian Smith. I'm Jonah Goldberg, UTRGV, with a 2-0 lead over Prairie View A&M, taking the sets 25-18, 25-12, and we're now just moments away from the start of set 3. But first, how about we take a look around the WAC?
One other game in action right now. University of Illinois Chicago and Chicago State are in a battle. Illinois Chicago leads 1-0. However, Chicago State has battled back in the second. The second set is now 26-24.
So it's actually 2-0.
You're
that
right,
means UIC just won.
You're right. They did just take it 2-0.
What was the first set? Oh.
First set was 25-16.
Okay.
Chicago State was back in it. Lest we forget, Illinois Chicago was 11-2 coming into this one.
That's a pretty good set then. Nice job by Chicago State there. So what do the standings look like? We're the only 2 matches going on. WAC play starts Thursday.
And as of right now, UTRGV stands in second behind New Mexico State. Chicago State down at the bottom at 2-11. So starting at the top, New Mexico State 9-4, UTRGV 8-5. Right behind them, UNKC at 7-6, and Seattle U at 7-6. Grand Canyons take up the second half at 4-8. Utah Valley 4-9. Bakersfield 3-10, and the Chicago State, as we said, 2-11. So with the win, UTRGV could be within half a game of first place.
All right. Well, UTRGV back out on the court. Dubravka Vakoya remains in the setting position. Everybody else started the match. Ragnarsine Knudsen, Alexandra Ecker, Barbara Silva, Alicia Watson, and Barbara Krug. And for Prairie View A&M, it's Hunter Franklin, Marissa Campbell in for the first time. Marissa Martinez, Gonzalez, Tabavalo, and Libero Augustine, who just came in. Looks like DaCosta is on her way in the Libero for UTRGV. Ecker back to the bench.
It's interesting that Prairie View A&M would not have Godot out to start the third set. They seem to be really interested in bringing her in as a momentum shift after the first couple of attacks.
Well, they saw it in the second set by not bringing her in early. When I look back, did she start the second set? She did, and then she ended up coming out, and then UTRGV went on a massive run to basically end the set early. So maybe they figure, an early point or two, you get her out for multiple rotations. Well, Prairie View A&M gets the first point there. Krug into the net. And Marina Martinez back to serve for Prairie View A&M. Krug for Vakoya. Now Knudsen down the line. In or out, in or out. It's in. Tied at 1.
There's just not a whole lot you can do with that. When you have a connect like Knudsen did just there, where it comes right down the line, it's really hard to jump on that because you think it may go out.
Block at 10, kept alive by Prairie View A&M. Now from the outside, Martinez on the attack. She gets it down, and 2-1 our score. Prairie View A&M with the lead. Ecker gets blocked. Okoye, now Knudsen, got it.
Now serving for UTRGV, number 10, Dubravka Okoye.
Block from Ecker and Watson, kept up by Prairie View A&M. Now from the outside, Okoye, Da Costa, Knudsen with the tapper. Someone gonna hit it, and it's Knudsen and Ecker with the block. UTRGV regains the lead.
That's the dangerous thing with UTRGV's attack. You'll see it several times here. As they set to Okoye, she seems confident, defeated to Knudsen, and that really messes with the defense that Prairie View A&M's trying to run.
Watson, got it. It's all elementary.
I don't know that I'd want to be on the receiving end of a Watson attack.
No. I've been saying that since our freshman year. Like that one. 5-2 UTRGV. 7 kills, Alicia Watson. A block at the net by Knudsen and Ecker. You know, back to Watson for a second. If you haven't yet, what you need to do is go to our local newspaper, The Monitor, and you need to read the feature piece on Alicia Watson, written by our intrepid beat reporter, the one and only Dennis Silva. Alicia Watson has an amazing story, and I don't want to ruin the piece by telling you too much. There's a block, Watson and Ecker. But you'll learn about how losing the captaincy actually helped turn Watson into a leader.
Refocuses her.
You'll learn about how important athletic scholarship was to her, and the way her mother sacrificed for her to make sure that she'd get every opportunity she could.
She has been a special player for UTRGV, and she is tearing up the record books. She has a service ace already this season. That ties her for 7th in program history at 103 service aces.
We had a media timeout. Let's step aside. 9-2 UTRGV. You're watching UTRGV Volleyball.
We will ask new questions. We will find innovative answers. We will connect science with research, providing solutions, improving lives. We will look at more than words and numbers, learning beyond the classroom, exploring new worlds. We will inspire and challenge you, creating opportunity and building tomorrow together.
The University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, a new university for the 21st century.
No, I didn't make that purchase. Someone must have my card number. So I can pick up a new debit card right now? Thank you. All right, everyone, follow me.
Coach, the gym is that way.
Okay, everyone, do some squats.
Come on. This may take a while. Here's your card.
Thank you.
Instant issue debit cards. Security, convenience, together.
Well, that was fast.
Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
Where next? The dentist?
Back we are at the UTRGV Fieldhouse with Brian Smith. I'm Jonah Goldberg. 9-2 our score. UTRGV all over Prairie View A&M here in the third set. After dominating the second set 25-12, And coming from behind to take the first set, 25-18. UTRGV has scored the last 8 points in a row in this set. And Dubravka Vakoya continues to serve. Forward, off the block. Knudsen gets it down. 9-0 run for UTRGV.
Going back to what we were talking about Watson, currently 7th in service aces. She's also 10th in kills and 9th in total attacks in program history. So she's already got her name all over UTRGV's record book.
Knudsen knocked it over. Augustine with a dive. Now it's thrown over by Prairie View. Ecker got it. 10 in a row for UTRGV.
I really don't know what you do if you're Prairie View A&M against this attack. On one side, you've got Watson in that strong left arm. On the other side, you've got Knudsen with her right, and then you've got Ecker in the middle.
Vakoya sets up Watson. Oh, that's not fair.
And then look what's sitting on the bench for UTRGV still. Ruhana Mitrovic sitting there. Right by that, Barbara Silva's there. There are just a plethora of attacks for UTRGV.
Bojana Mitrovic sitting out today's match. It was something that they planned to do from the start just to make sure that she's rested and ready to go. Coach Lowry's exact words to me were, we'll hold her out Tuesday, and then we're going to unleash her on the WAC. And, you know, having some of these newcomers like Knudsen gives you that luxury where you can rest a player if you want because you know that everything's going to be okay.
It just feels like UTRGV attack that much more. Just imagine all of the weapons they have to unleash on the WAC. This should be a very interesting WAC season.
I can't wait till Thursday against Utah Valley. That's going to be a great matchup. Ecker stopped at the net. Down it goes to make it 12-4. Back-to-back points for Prairie View A&M.
Now we know Coach Lowry really wants to be successful in the WAC. This is his second season. Last season was his first time he ever had lost a conference match in his career. And certainly wants to come back and be strong this year.
Entered last year 75-0 all-time in conference matches. The first season at UTRGV. It was a building process, but you saw at the end of the year UTRGV all of a sudden started beating some of these world beaters.
And in dramatic fashion.
Yeah. I mean, they dominated CSU Bakersfield toward the end of the year. Remember, they beat Utah Valley in the WAC tournament quarterfinals. We'll see a rematch of that on Thursday.
Bakersfield was the defending WAC champion at the time.
Yeah. And it wasn't close. So you started to see the progress toward the end of last year, and we're certainly seeing it plenty so far this year. As UTRGV has a 14-5 lead in this third set, 11 away from running the record to 9-5 entering WAC play.
Which would bring them to their third best record to start a season ever against what's arguably their strongest schedule.
Yeah. Well, Coach Lowry told me before the season that he scheduled a harder schedule this year. His goal is to get the team into the top 120 in RPI because that will allow him to schedule even tougher next year and get the RPI even higher. Because as Silva knocks it over, if you increase your RPI enough, that gives you an opportunity in the NCAA tournament to avoid one of those top 16 seeds in the first round. Or particularly one of those top 4 or 8 seeds. As Watson knocks it over, UTRGV's lead is 9 because the top 16 seeds all host. So when you go to that regional, you'd love to be at least a 3 seed. And if you're going to be a 4 seed, you just want to try and avoid some of the best teams. And the higher you can get your RPI, the better a chance you have of that. And Coach Lowry, here in his second season, has a very thorough process of what he wants to do.
And it's reaping dividends. And of course, you can't discount how much a strong non-conference schedule really helps you when you get to conference, because you've seen good talent, you know how to overcome adversity, you know how to be successful.
And you start the season by beating Baylor. Hard to go anywhere else from there, because they based on last year's RPI, that was the toughest opponent on UTRGV's schedule this year. Two other top 70 opponents, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and New Mexico State. One more match left with Corpus, two with New Mexico State at least. Nice block by Vakoya and Silva. UTRGV runs its lead back to 10.
Now serving for UTRGV, number 7, Barbara Thais Cruz.
Over the net. Vakoya for Watson. That one sent down. Prairie View A&M with a 9. 3 straight matches at home after 13 straight on the road. Nice change of pace today. Thursday against Utah Valley. Saturday, noontime start against Seattle U. Good opponents coming to the field house. Silva, that one is not coming back. That was cool. I don't know if that came through, but our public address announcer said point UT, and then the fans screamed out RGV.
The
Looks
Fieldhouse
like
has an entirely different atmosphere with this team and their success.
Prairie View A&M is going to use a timeout, which gives us an opportunity to tell you about the greatest app ever concocted.
Want to get rewarded for just tweeting, Facebooking, and Instagramming about UTRGV athletics? Maybe get a bonus points for checking in at home events. Now you can. Download the VFan Reward app on your smartphone today. It's a free download, and you can earn points to win prizes such as backpacks, hats, shirts, water bottles, and more. Need more information? Log on to vfanrewards.com. And if you need tickets for upcoming UTRGV soccer volleyball match, or maybe season tickets for upcoming basketball season, log on to UTRGVtickets.com today to reserve your favorite seats.
If you are looking for season tickets,
we know
you
a guy.
could go to UTRGVtickets.com. It's a great opportunity. Or you can contact me directly, jonah.goldberg@utrgv.edu, 956-665-2240, at Jonah UTRGV on Twitter, however you prefer. I will happily sell those tickets to you, and I will find a way to thank you on top of it as well. Da Costa serving for UTRGV. That one gets down out of the reach. The diving Krug, and it's 18-9. Vakoya sets up Knudsen. Joanna Baronchik into the match. Her third action of the season. See her in the middle for UTRGV.
Now serving for UTRGV.
UTRGV getting the opportunity today. They've really had an opportunity to empty their bench, which is good. Keep everybody fresh going into WAC play. Yeah, they had a shorter practice than normal yesterday. I'm sure they'll do the same tomorrow. That one gets down.
A couple rotations ago, Alicia Watson picked up her second service ace of the match. That now puts her in 6th place in program history of service aces. She has an opportunity, if this game continues to go her way, to crawl up into 5th.
On ace for Prairie View A&M, courtesy of Augustine. It's an 8-point set. Vakoya, Knudsen, and it goes out. That's 3 in a row for Prairie View A&M. DaCosta, Vicoya, Baronchik gets stuffed. DaCosta again. Watson, blocked, but out. So UTRGV gets to number 20.
As we said going to that last timeout, the atmosphere at the field house has completely changed. It's really, really raucous. You hear those fans shouting out UTRGV. They're excited to see this team and all of its success.
Watson. Nearly took off Dennis Silva's head, our intrepid beat reporter from the monitor, but my shoulder really hurts after extending for that one. That's why I don't play.
Just imagine a Watson attack.
After protecting our beat reporter's life, I expect several A1 stories. Knudsen serves up an ace. 21-12. Knudsen gets airborne. That one heads out. 23-12, UTRGV's 2 points away. Chance of start the bus coming from the UTRGV faithful. Augustine. Blocked by Baronchik. They can't get it back over, though. It's 23-13. Snaps a 4-0 run from UTRGV.
I don't think Godot's made it back in this entire third set.
And now it's match point for UTRGV. Over the block. Nice job by Vicoya. Watson gets it over. And Augustine has to go far for that one. Got to get it over here. Prairie View does. Vicoya for Silva. Little tapper, and that's it. UTRGV sweeps Prairie View A&M 3-0.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out and joining us. Don't forget our next contest will be Thursday night at 7 p.m. when UTRGV welcomes Utah Valley. It's our first conference match of the year, and we're giving away
We'll take a look at some of the final numbers. Prairie View A&M led by Ursa Martinez, 8 kills. After that, it was 3 for Godot, 3 for Hench, 2 for Hunter and Franklin, 1 for Campbell and Gonzalez, 14 digs for Augustine, 14 assists for Franklin. Prairie View A&M hit negative 050, UTRGV hit 298. UTRGV led by Alicia Watson, 11 kills for the senior, 5 digs. 9 kills for Augustine Knudsen, 6 digs, 3 blocks. 6 kills for Barbara Krug, 4 digs. 7 kills Barbara Silva, 5 blocks. 4 kills Alexandra Ecker, and 1 each for Dubravka Vicoya with 21 assists. Fernanda Faustino and Megan Dempsey, 18 digs for Fatimata DaCosta. UTRGV completes the sweep. Brian, your player of the match.
I'm going to do co-players because you have to appreciate what Alicia Watson did leading the team in kills. But Knudsen, 9 kills, only 1 attack error. You just don't see that. That is efficiency at its best to hit 348 in this one, 6 digs. I'm going to have co-players of the game. The 2 players doing everything they can to keep UTRGV successful, Watson and Knudsen.
Well, UTRGV improves to 9-5 entering WAC play. Prairie View A&M falls to 1-9. UTRGV back in action on Thursday, 7 o'clock start, 6:50 pre-match show as UTRGV opens WAC play against Utah Valley. And you can catch that match on the WAC Digital Network. So just go to wacsports.com/watch or just click on the link on our website at goutrgv.com. That'll do it for us from the UTRGV Fieldhouse.
I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in. This has been a presentation of UTRGV Volleyball. For more information, log on to goutrgv.com. Want to reach us, send an email. Our contact info is on the website under Athletics. Click on Staff Directory. But for now, for my partner in crime, the one and only Brian Smith, our entire production crew, and of course Jack Falla, wherever you are, this is Jonah Goldberg saying good night from the UTRGV Fieldhouse. UTRGV wins 3-0.
We strive to achieve excellence through determination and hard work.
We are committed to winning from those around us.
Our professors and peers,
Our coaches and teammates,
and our opponents.
we compete with integrity and passion.
And we seize our moment when the opportunity arises.
We take pride in our communities.
And believe that we can inspire others, just as they have inspired us. We may wear different colors, but we share the same purpose. We learn, we compete, we inspire.
We are
the Western Athletic Conference.